Find out why. The lyrics.
It's a bit crappy.
When I signed my deal, I felt pressure. Don't want to see the numbers. I want to see heaven. You say, could you write a song for me? I say, I'm sorry. I won't do that happily.
Sorry, do you want to fucking be a musician or do you not?
You just signed a record deal, fuck. Like, what the hell are you talking about? You're not going to do it.
You're one of the most successful and popular artists out at the moment.
Yeah.
You have a fucking Bond theme.
He's saying, basically, I would rather die than do my job.
What are some other jobs you'd rather die than do?
This fucking podcast. Let's move on to the next point.
I just this whole thing of like I just signed my deal. I felt pressure. I don't want to see numbers of how popular I am. So how about you might not be popular at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, see how that goes for you.
Fucking hit you. Yeah.
Fancy
Yeah.
having
I
an
want to
album
see
fucking-
heaven.
Let's see how much of the royalty
Why the-
check you passed on for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not much.
All right. Pre-chorus. See if he fucking stops whinging like a bitch. When I go home, I tend to close the door.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
I never wanted more. So sing with me, can't you see?
Do you reckon this is the song, like when they're like, you say, could you write a song for me? I said, oh, I'm sorry, I won't do that happily. And then this is the song. He's like, all right, I've got it. I'm Sam Smith. Got your song. Like, let's hear it. He's like, all right. When I go home, I tend to close the door. I never wanted more. See, I've rhymed more with door there. So sing with me. Can't you see? Yeah, I just rhymed see with me. And what do you think? And they're like, yeah, your heart's not in this, is it? Yeah.
I think he wrote it. I think the spelling's changed. I think it's actually when I go home, I tend to close the door. I never wanted more, so sing with me, cunt. You see?
Cunt, you see. It's always a good decision to close one's door when getting home. Like, don't just leave it wide open.
No.
Yeah, wild animals could come in.
Put the flies in.
Well, they're wild.
Yeah, I got in trouble
I ain't seen a
once.
tame one.
When I was a young man, my stepdad at the time, I fell asleep on the couch and the door was open and like the front door was near the couch. So it's not like it was the other end of the house or something. Anyway, he come in and he goes, "Hoi!" And I wake up. I'm like, "Oh, g'day, Chris." And he's like, "Fuck you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm just having a little kip." And he's like, "Yeah, right. While you're asleep, anyone can just walk in and steal the fridge." And I was like, "What?"
You should be guarding the appliances at all times.
Well, I mean, I feel like it wasn't that good of a fridge to begin with, but who steals a fridge in broad daylight? Who tries to do that?
I know, the same person that steals money from Coke machines in broad daylight.
Yeah, I mean, it got me there.
I
I was a screw up. A degenerate. That's a new word I've learnt from Marjay.
Sleeping in the middle of the day with the door open.
Yeah. I should have, this song should have been out when I was young. When I go home and tend to close the door, I would have thought,
You know that old thing they say?
Money on Dad's mind.
The way you said that.
Money on Dad's mind. Money on Dad's mind.
You know that old Aussie saying? It's like, well, you're born in a fucking tent? Well, just close the flap on the tent too.
Yeah, that's still got a door.
When I go camping, I tend to close the flap.
I've never said it like that. I've always said like, "Hey, were you born in a tent that didn't have a door?"
Were you born in a tarp that just hung over a branch?
Were you born under a gazebo, mate?
Were you born in a lean-to?
The chorus. Here we are. I don't have money on my mind. Money on my mind. I do it for the love. I don't have money on my mind. Money on my mind.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were still going. Sorry.
I do it for the love. I'm reading this for the first time and only just as I got through that noticed that it repeated itself. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I was interrupting you and I felt bad, so I kept interrupting to say sorry.
Just don't do it again, eh? Fuck's sake.
Sorry. How's this? I didn't know I was today years old that he's like, I don't have money on my mind. Money.
Yeah, it's like he's whispering. He's like, hey, I don't really have money on
It's a
my
classic.
mind.
This pissed me off because it's a classic catfish because the name of the song is Money on My Mind.
Yeah,
And
That's
the words
right.
are, I don't have money on. That's fucked. That's
Yeah.
that's shit.
It's like he's cashing in, no pun intended. Actually, pun intended. It's a good one, so I want to intend that. So yeah, he's cashing in on like I don't know if you class this as hip hop or maybe it's R&B or something, but like it's pretty
Not hip hop.
What is it? Pop. It's pretty much a trend in popular music to say, I've got a lot of money. Here's all my money, flashing all my money about.
Oh,
And
I know
it's
how
like-
you feel about those people.
I was thinking about like cast your mind back to 1964. The Beatles will put out a song that's called "Buy Me Love," and you're like, "Oh, buy me love," and
that
they
a
start singing
prostitute?
"Can't Buy Me Love," and you're like, "Oh, I was in for a ride."
Oh, you
with that song.
can't buy me. Oh, got it. It's like
Can't,
here's
can't.
our new
Buy me
song.
some love, please.
Can't buy me love.
Here's our new song. I like to shoot up heroin into my arm. And then it gets to the chorus and it's like, I'll never say the words. I like to shoot heroin up my arm. Because that's just not me. I'm not into drugs. Thank you.
I'm Jane Taylor.
Can you guys think of any other songs where, like, if the name of the song was different to the subject of the song, it'd be a real rip-off?
My Sharona.
Yes. Not my Sharona.
Someone else's Sharona.
Yeah. Englishman in New York.
I'm not an Englishman.
I'm not an Englishman in New York.
I technically hold a passport from 2 countries in New York.
I'm a dual citizen.
This whole thing of saying that he just does it for the love, that leads me to believe that if I hit up Sammy, be like, oi, come play this festival I'm putting on.
Not paying you.
I assume. I just flat out assume no payment necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it for
Yeah.
love.
100%. No payment.
Say, I can give you love.
Yeah.
Give me
Well, by
just
this,
love.
Keep that in mind if Sam
Give
Smith
me-
comes
give me
touring
Yeah.
and if he charges us money for tickets, we'll just be like, no, he's doing it for the love. We'll go
That's
see him for
right.
free.
yeah, and by that logic, you could look his net worth up. I'm sure we'll find out what that is later, and it'll be $0.
Should be.
Should be,
Yeah.
according
Heaps
to
of
these
love.
lyrics.
Heaps of love.
Yeah,
It
very
should-
rich in
the
love.
chorus should be, I don't have money on my mind. However, I need to pay bills. And sometimes it's nice to buy things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
probably doesn't have the same ring to it, but
Yeah, I don't have money on my mind, but I do appreciate any sort of financial.
Yeah, but my overheads are quite.
gains.
Basically,
Yeah.
my career is a not-for-profit, so I will,
yeah,
if you want to,
yeah.
It's like FIFA.
Yeah.
I don't have money on my mind, but I do like to be ahead financially.
Comfortable, if
It's
you
a
will.
security thing. It's I've got a family to
I
support.
don't have money on my mind, but I pay a financial advisor to work out that kind of stuff for me.
Yeah, he's got money on his mind. It's his job.
He's got my money on his mind.
I pay him to have money on his mind.
I don't have money on my mind. It's actually quite literally in my bank, so it's not
My
really
wallet.
on my mind.
Yeah. I don't put money on my mind. I've got too much of it. It wouldn't fit on my mind. Not very good at balancing either.
I'd
So.
also have to put some sort of slit into my head.
I've got someone to know my money.
I'd have to put a slit into my head to fit all the money in there.
Yeah. Wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
The post-chorus, I do it for the love. He's really just driving that point home, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
but then,
Verse 2. Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to do this next bit.
Okay. Verse 2. Please don't get me wrong. I want to keep it moving. I know that what that requires. I'm not foolish. Please, can you make this work for me? Because I'm not a puppet. I will work against your strings.
This is the same thing as when someone says, "I'm not racist, but."
But yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, please
Yeah,
don't get me
anyone that
wrong.
just
I do
starts
like
with-
money a lot. It's always on my mind. I know what that requires. I'm not foolish, but I don't really have it on my mind. It's like, well,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you opting for here?
Yeah,
Money
same
on your
thing. It's
mind
like,
or not?
now, I'm not a pedophile,
But
but
What about, because I'm not a puppet, I will work against your strings. Well, if you're not a puppet, why do you have strings in the first place?
Yeah. That's
He's not a
insane.
puppet. He's just an absolute fucking muppet, mate. Tell you that, mate.
Yeah.
This does just sort of sound like he's having an argument with someone and he's just sort of voice recorded it and gone, oh, that works. These lyrics work. He's arguing against a voiceless person.
Yeah.
It's like, no, please don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Look, I do want to keep it moving along. I just need to know what it requires. Like, I'm not a fool. It's very confrontational.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It didn't sound this confrontational when I listened to it. It sounds like, and don't get me wrong, I don't like it, but it doesn't sound aggressive.
Yeah, I like that it gets to that point and then he's like, please, can you make it work for me? Like, he's slamming his record label, producers, anyone that's trying to help him out to make their life as difficult as possible, but he's not above begging.
Can I just say, real quick, just before we kind of move along, what I usually do in this podcast sometimes, I try and just look ahead at more lyrics before Chibs really reads them out because I want to try and think of something to say. This is something I should do before we record, but I don't fucking have time or care for this podcast ever. So what I've done here is I've just looked ahead, and for the first time ever, I'm fucking stuck.
I have something to say.
Because there is nothing else that happens.
It's funny.
The sun will set, don't you fret?
I think we could stay on. Yeah. I think we could stay on because I'm not a puppet. Like, that's pretty funny. Alone. Because I am not a puppet. I will work against your strings.
Funny for a man that likes having things put up his ass.
Oh, no.
Who told you that about me? Okay, Sam Smith got it.
No.
I've read something that he wasn't gay. I don't think he is.
You don't have to be gay to lock things up your ass.
I think he isn't. I think he was, or thought that he was, but I think he actually isn't. I think that's a very recent thing.
I think it is rude of you to assume he's gay for liking things up his ass.
I know. My G-spot is up my ass, for those who are very interested in knowing.
This is entrapment.
He fucking bangs on the same shit over and over again until he gets to the bridge. It says, when the sun will set, don't you fret. No, I have no money on my mind, no money on my mind, no money on my mind. No, I have no money on my mind. When the sun will set, don't you fret. No, I have no money on my mind, no money on my mind, no money on my mind. No, I have no money on my mind, just love.
For someone who has no money on their mind, they fucking talk about having money on their mind a lot, don't they?
No, yeah, I know, yeah.
It's like going back to the heroin thing. It's like, I don't shoot heroin up my arm, heroin. And it's like, how you going? Yeah, good, man. I haven't shot heroin up my arm. I don't do it. Yeah, have you heard that new Sam Smith song? Yeah, I have. It's good. You know what I haven't heard of lately? Heroin being around me in my arm. I don't do it. That's why. If there was some now in my arm, that'd be great, but it's not. It's like they're
waiting for someone to be like, oh, have you, do you struggle with heroin addiction? And then their reply will be like, I don't have heroin up my arm. No, I don't. No. Why would you ask me that? Why would you? Do you have some? Because I don't want it.
Do you have some? Because I don't want it.
Yeah. You better not. You better not have it.
Can we just talk quickly about
take it off you.
How shitty a rhyme? When the sun will set, don't you fret.
Oh, the word fret.
That is crappy.
Yeah.
Bevo, he said, sing with me, can't you see?
Yeah, singing doesn't involve sight. Fuckwit.
No.
Hey, can't you see is a real lazy, line.
Yeah. What's that song? Can't you see you're everything I hope
You are so beautiful to me.
That's it, yeah. Yeah.
Billy
You are
Preston.
so beautiful to me. Can't you see? Yeah, you've ripped off. Who sings it?
Billy Preston
You've ripped off Preston.
from Joe
Oh,
Cocker.
Presty.
Billy Preston's sitting there going, he's listening to this.
Son of a bitch.
He's like, can't sing with me, can't you see? He's like, get me a fucking plane ticket to wherever the fuck Sam Smith lives.
Get my lawyer on the phone.
I'm going to sue him and it won't matter because he
Rhyme.
doesn't care about fucking money.
I just feel like he should have, instead of saying when the sun will set, don't you fret, he should have said when the sun will set, I'll hide in my bedroom and release my Spanish bayonet.
I would have gone with.
Should have said that.
Release.
I would have gone with when the sun will set. Would you like to place a bet? Because I don't have money on my mind.
Can I
That'd be
borrow
better.
money
That
to
would be
place a
better.
bet?
But yeah. But I think he should probably just kill someone with a Spanish bayonet, but that's fine.
When the sun will set over the ocean, which is wet.
All better rhymes.
Way better
All
rhymes.
Yeah. Okay. It's written by Sam Smith. Bullshit. And Ben Ash, who goes by the name 2-Inch Punch.
What the
Gross.
fuck is that?
Yeah, that's his
2-inch
production
punch,
name.
I think, is what Bruce Lee used to do.
That was a 1-inch.
No, that's when Bruce Lee used to do it twice. I meant
Oh, okay.
when he did it twice, it was a 2-inch punch.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
No one's matched his prowess yet.
Yeah.
No, not Ben Ash, that's for sure. Ben Ash has written and produced for Ty Dolla $ign, Rag and Bone Man, years and years, and has been nominated for 2 Grammy Awards. Just does filthy British music, basically. And how's this? Sam Smith, third cousin of Zav's bloody future wife, Lily Allen.
Oh, no way.
Also,
There
Alfie
you go,
Allen
third cousin,
from Game of
and
Thrones.
Alfie Allen, who had his cock chopped off on Game of Thrones.
Ah.
The eunuch.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's out there going like, "Oh, that blasted Joffrey. I hope they get him." And then he got his cock chopped off. Like, what? He hasn't even been tied down yet.
No, he's still fucking with the Starks, kicking about. His dick's well attached. Production, it's produced by 2-Inch Punch. What do you reckon about the production on this one, Southern?
It's standard, like whatever this is, like
Very
pop.
English, I think. Like it has an English. That's what English pop sounds like. See, like the music sounds like it's from like the late 90s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't mind the drum beat. That's not too bad. I'll give it that. That's one thing.
I think he has a good voice.
I think, yeah, I think I've said this in a previous podcast. Like, if because I think it was Sam Smith was like he was nominated for a Grammy or no, it was Best New Artist he was nominated for.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and I looked up what's he come out with that year, and this is what this was like the start of his album. I remember
Yes.
thinking like, if you want people to listen to your album, don't go money, mama, money. Like, I do think he has a good voice because I've heard other
it's
stuff
a
from
weird
him.
thing to do.
Yeah, like I've heard other stuff from him that sounds great. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
It's
like an
just-
angry song that like he wrote to fuck someone off. You know.
yeah. And it's like, it's just confusing. Like, you can sing. It's like the same thing when we hear like really like Justin Bieber, but you can tell he's used all the auto tunes. Like, dude, you can really sing. Like, why are you doing that?
Cher Lloyd.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
You're
Stop looking at me.
you're a great singer. Okay, we want you to shout loudly. And she's like, I really want to sing. He's like, ba, 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 ba. You'll get your chance to sing. Sing Oh My Darling Clementine only and shout. And that's it. And it's like an insult. It's like, you can really sing.
Yeah. It's a bizarre thing to go with the first track on the album and to have the chorus be that fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
But he's got that. What's that other song? Just a song that's just the piano and is it Lay Me Down or
Stay With Me?
something? No, not Stay With Me.
Lay with me.
Yeah, it won't back down by Tom
That's
Petty.
like 2 songs I just blended. Stay with me. Oh, stay with me. Stay with
That's,
me and stay with me now.
Yeah, that's Sam Legend.
Yeah.
Lamb Segend.
Yeah.
John Smith.
Yeah. Oh yeah, even better.
All
All right. there's a video for it, right?
Yeah.
Bevo?
Yeah, there is.
I didn't watch it, so you better tell me about it.
Just skim it real quick.
All right.
Oh, no, I'll just give you the summary, actually, and then you'll get the idea.
Your description is so much better than the real thing.
I'd actually like to know if anyone, gets to the point from my descriptions or if they're just,
It doesn't matter.
waste of time. Did I just hear a click there in the background? Are you fucking doing the click before I...
Every fucking time we keep telling you, Ryan, that he's not ready for the click yet. I always bring this up, and then no one's ever ready for the click, and then I just get too friggin' annoyed by it, and then
I was going to say that you're on your best behaviour for Marjay. You didn't fucking turn your gain up once.
Not once.
Yeah, but
Here we
Marjay's
are.
going to come out into Canberra one night, and I'm just going to be like, Marjay, have another shot, mate. You'll be right. Here we go.
He's like, why are you talking to me through the gain?
Why did you bring your interface?
Why are you
I brought my
turning the gain
interface,
up
yours
when
doesn't
you're
fucking work,
making a
mate.
solid? Why do you keep turning the gain up every time you make a strong
He's
point?
just screaming louder, closer to his ear.
It's
It's like his ear distort.
it's not plugged in.
Like, why do you keep going up to the DJ's booth and keep turning his mic up and just being an actual pest to the whole nightclub? And they're like, "Fuck off, Marjay. Just give us another drink, mate. Fucking me. I'm fucking absolutely toey tonight, mate. Let's go."
All right.
All right.
Anyway. Dan Southern,
Mm-hmm.
hit it.
Okay. Click! Click!
Here's the video facts from A to Z, and they're coming at you straight from Ryan B. It's a terrible song, and I know you agree. It's the music video summary.
With Bevo.
There you go.
Amazing.
Thanks, mate. All right. This is a short one for you. Classic cheapskate Sam Smith somehow manages to do fuck all in Las Vegas.
He doesn't gamble.
No.
Yeah. What do you do in Vegas if you have no money to gamble with? Absolutely fucking nothing.
He
Classic
simply just
cheapskate.
walks down the street. Other people gamble. He does.
He probably should have kept some money in his pocket, not on his mind.
Yeah. He's like, place your bets, sir. Ah, I can't. Why not?
Can I think some money onto the table?
Yeah. Well, just pull some
you
money
take-
out of your pocket and place a bet. He's like, I got no money in my pocket, money in my wallet.
He's like, "Can I get 300 chips, 450s, 1020s?" And like, "All right, how would you like to pay for that today?" So he's like, "Just a bit of love, please, if I can."
Yeah. We gamble for money. He's like, well, I do it for the love. It's like security.
No, don't get
Security.
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I got money, but it's not on my mind. But if you take love, I've got heaps of that.
I've got a YouTube
Them
comment
love
here.
converters.
This is from Desiree Blinkard 4 years ago.
That's right.
Desiree. Desiree.
He says,
Oh,
"I
okay.
don't
Agree.
want to see a ghost. The sight that I fear most. I'd rather have a piece of toast."
It simply reads, he loves walking down streets for a music video, doesn't he? Got him.
Some music video critic is just trying to
Got
slam people.
him.
Loves it. He loves a walk down the street, doesn't he? Loves it.
Loves fucking a stroll.
So while he's
Uh-huh.
scrolling, there's a guy
Yeah.
getting married to some young bird in a what do you call them?
Chapel.
Chapel, that's the one. So there's some high rollers on the roulette table. There's a guy doing a really cool spin with a chip.
Yeah.
On the roulette table.
No, just
No,
on his
he-
finger like a basketball, but in chip
Yeah,
form.
Yeah.
the chip. Yeah.
It's
the old
outside
chip spin.
in the daytime. Have you guys ever been to Las Vegas before?
I have.
Yeah, I've been a few times.
If you're not gambling, there's really not much to do.
Oh, nah.
Pretty sad place during the day,
I
except
said-
for all the hookers.
Nah.
Oh, you don't have
in
to
the
bloody
desert
gamble. You
too,
just go and get married, mate. That's the best thing to do in Vegas.
I saw David Copperfield. And I was the only one that seemed to be absolutely amazed.
The only one that
by
copped a feel.
Yeah. I saw a lion bite Sigrid's throat.
That's awesome. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's not
It's a really
gambling.
shit Beatles cover band, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, they
I
wanted.
shot guns.
They all waited out the front of the venue
Bunch of
afterwards so
human
they
beings.
could shake hands with all the people that came to see
Yeah.
him, and I refused because it was so shit.
Oh, right, yeah. I went up to the top of the hotel and just shot guns.
That's great, man.
You were the Las Vegas shooter.
I I get what you're doing now, you idiot. I just said that was great. That was not great.
Great.
Oh,
Sounds like a good
God.
time.
I
It's directed. It was. What did you smoke? A
We'll
dick.
just tell him this podcast just turned into what we did in Vegas. I
Smoked
did
salmon
a little
on the
drum off
barbecue.
with this dude playing drums, and I was like, play drums, and he's like, that was really good, man. I was like, thank you, and he's like, here you go. He gives me weed.
Oh,
Yeah, and I'm like, this is not how busking works in my country.
payment.
He's like, yeah, man, there's some weed. And so, yeah, I had some weed and it was legal and I was allowed to smoke it and there was cops nearby. And I still smoked the weed.
Should have blew the smoke in their face.
I did.
Good.
Yeah.
And you got bashed
The
up.
video was
Died.
directed by Jamie Thraves, who's done clips for Radiohead, Travis, The Verve, Coldplay, Death Cab for Cutie, and Twin Atlantic. Yeah, so he's done some shit.
Yeah.
It's honestly, this film clip is like so shit. There's absolutely nothing that fucking happened. Nothing.
No more YouTube
the
comments
spinny-
or anything.
No, the spinny
No.
coin was pretty cool.
Spinny
Nah.
coin is cool. That dude who does the spinny coin, if you haven't seen the thing, it's like a basketball but coin. And he also does something cool with his hat. He like flips his hat over. Sam Smith, for someone that doesn't have money on their mind, I reckon his get up, like his outfit, is worth thousands of dollars. And he's got these two like jewel earrings. They look very expensive as well.
I actually think that his outfit's like, though it's not suited to Las Vegas in any way, shape, or form. I think it's a fucking hectic and awesome outfit. I'm a
Yeah,
huge
it looks good. But how much would you expect? Like, I know you're a connoisseur of
still
modern
his
fashion.
look. Still his look. I reckon about $3,000 to $4,000.
Fuck!
Easy. Yeah. That's why you can't gamble.
Yeah, he spent it all on the
The
suit.
gambling his
Idiot.
life away with fashion.
Money on his image.
The trick is you gamble first, you win, then you buy the shit.
Yeah.
And then you claim you don't have money in your mind.
Yeah, that's right. Set list? Does this guy play shows? or
Yeah,
what?
I had to dig deep for this one, but it's in there.
Okay.
April 13th, 2019, Ticket Pro Dome, Johannesburg, South Africa.
Oh,
This is a
okay. So that's how he goes, eh? All right.
How funny of a name for a dome is Ticket Pro Dome. It's like real shit, uninspired. It's a 15-song set list. No,
He flew all the way to South Africa and played 15 songs.
yeah, I guess so.
Fuck.
Yeah, 15 songs. There doesn't seem to be an encore, but I could be wrong. It's just not listed here. But 15 songs.
Okay.
Dan Southern, where would you play Money on My Mind?
Oh, 13th, I reckon.
Third last?
Second last?
14. Wait, what did you say? There's 14 songs?
Second last?
15 songs.
This
Oh,
guy.
sorry. I meant to say 14th.
Are you going with the older, like nothing?
Normally I
Beats
go
Rock?
second. Normally I go with second last, but I'll go with 14th this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
The old Nothing Beats Rock. Strategy.
I'm going for that whenever I don't know anything about these people, and yeah.
So
That's it.
you're saying this is like the bringing it home, but you still got one more left.
I feel like a lot of the time, like anyone huge, like they have their biggest hit, but they're convinced it's not their biggest hit. They're going to be like, I want this other one to blow people away. So we'll save, the biggest hit till the end, but I'm going to do one more after that.
You wouldn't say this is their biggest hit, though.
This is like the only one I've really heard from him.
But Stay With Me. The one you were singing before.
You were singing it
Because I
before.
won't back down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good too. I guess.
When I saw Taylor Swift play, she played like I can't remember. It's like a really big song, second last, and then the last song was like track 9 from
Yeah.
her new album.
Usually they'll
But-
leave the last one to be like something a little bit off.
Well, this was like I figured out why. I'm like, oh, that's such a bizarre thing to finish this massive stadium show on. She disappeared. She fucking went down the little hatch about halfway through. She sang all of her shit, but it's
Yeah,
got
beat the traffic.
super long outro where all the dancers do everything. Yeah, she's getting out of that stadium.
Yeah.
So they do it. All the dancers are still going. The backup singer's still going. Then they go through the band, and they're all da 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 da. It's at least another 10 minutes or so before it wraps up that she or has already left the stage. She's fucking gone.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Chibsy, where would you play Money on My Mind?
First.
Open with it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sav?
Yeah.
Sorry, just
Sorry, what
take
year
a
did
sip.
you say this was? What year?
2019, April
Oh,
13th.
2019. Okay, so the song's been out for 5 years by now. And he's done a few since then. I'm going to say, how many songs? 15, did you say? 14?
15, yeah.
15?
15.
Yeah, I'm going to say smack bang in the middle, number 7.
Zav was close. It was 9th, right in the middle.
Yep, ninth comes right after ninth comes right after 7th.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tradition in set lists to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
Yeah, it's like hotels that skip the 13th floor.
Yeah.
Some kids count like that, eh?
Yeah, dumb kids.
Do they?
All right. A little bit of legacy here for you. The song peaked at number 1 on the UK singles chart, number 4 on the Irish singles chart. The song also charted in Austria, Belgium, Denmark, Germany, and the Netherlands. Robert Copsey of Digital Spy gave the song a mixed review, calling its chorus a lazy search for a hook.
Yes. This guy sounds like my cup of tea.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good stuff, Copsey.
That's what we need to do better on this podcast, I think, is like articulate our negative feed, because I reckon that's an awesome burn. It's a lazy search for a hook. We just go like, it's so fucked.
Yeah.
That's like what we say,
yeah.
and then do an
People are
impersonation.
coming here for the fucking A1 journalism.
We should just read that guy's reviews out.
Yeah, okay.
You can
We'll
go
get
to
on
fucking-
Copsey's Digital Spy magazine. Yeah. He's dead.
Go to Pitchfork if you want
He's
highbrow.
dead. Sam Smith's net worth as of 2020.
I'm just
Dav?
going to jump in here and just I'll call out the net worth because I've done a bit of math. So ask Dan and Ryan first.
All right,
And
Southern.
yeah.
$50 million. He's got 36 million monthly listeners, and that's but he's still pretty fresh. So $50 million.
All right, Bevo.
I'm going to say 70 million.
Jesus. All right.
All
Dav?
right, so I'm gonna answer this with a fact. Let's just assume that Sam Smith makes his net worth, gets his fraction of net worth for every time he said money in the song "Money on My Mind."
Okay.
So Sam Smith said money in the song "Money on My Mind" by Sam Smith off the album Nirvana, track 6. It was. He said the word money 20 times. Now, Sam Smith, if he were to make a fraction of his net worth, he would have made $2,250,000 every time he said money.
Not
His
bad, eh?
What's his net worth, Chibs?
45 mil.
Correct. You're telling me
Wow.
that this guy does not have money on his mind?
Yeah.
I
Well,
rest
it's
my
easy to
fucking
not have it
case.
It's easy to not have it on your mind when you're worth $45 million. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be thinking about it either.
wouldn't need to.
Nah, fucking dickhead. Let's rate this shit.
Motherfuckers, this is it. Now it's time to rate this shit.
Okay. How many,
Whose dog is fucking dying here?
I have a dog / pig that has asthma.
are you going to rub its tits or what?
Yep, all 17 of them. That's what she's getting so huffy about. She's like, rub my
That's what the
tits,
tits are.
It has been many an hour.
rub me. Tits.
I don't know. Fucking whatever it is. 10, you're dead. 1, you're alive. Fucking rate it, Southern.
I
And you had a
give
very
this-
expensive funeral.
Yeah. Oh man, I give this 10 lazy choruses, lazy hooks.
What's going on?
I hate it. 10.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right, okay.
I hate it so much.
Anyone else just not
Ah.
fucking understand a word of what he just fucking said?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's what the
Shit,
Yeah.
shit out my mouth.
shit out my mouth. I was fucking 10. Oh.
shit is in my mouth. Shit is in my mouth.
Sav, what do you give it, mate?
9.
Yeah, it's pretty shit.
It's not heaps fucking shit. It's just like sometimes I'm like, and I'm like,
Yeah,
whatever.
It's annoying. I don't like it. Bevo.
It's a bit of a dog shit song, isn't it? Panting 17 nipple song. It's just like, it's annoying. The lyrics are shit, and there's nothing for it, nothing to it. But 9.5.
9.5.
9.5. Yeah.
May as well
I
fucking
never
round that up to a
never
10
want to hear this song
championship.
again.
Me either.
No, I don't want to either. I'll give it a 9.
Yes.
Fuck,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking-
Fuck you, Sam Smith.
It's not quite
No, it's
Orienty.
not.
nah.
It's bad though. It's not good.
It's not good at all, man.
Much
Much
feel
more
bad.
feeling of
Bad.
Sort of
that.
like,
yeah, yeah.
do you remember those inflatable rubber chickens that people? There was like the meme where you'd like get a shopping trolley full of them and you'd squeeze them and then let them go and run away, and they were going. I reckon that's what they've sampled. They bring in. They said, "Hey Sam, you're a great vocalist. Do you think you can get this kind of tone out of your vocal?" He's like,
And then they went, nah, it's not close enough. We're just going to use the chickens.
yeah. And they're like, they're looking at each other like they had this rubber chicken, and they're like, and they're like, yeah, this will work. Yeah.
I feel like this episode's ended on a real downer. Like they usually we're a bit like jolly by the end, but
No, but like,
I just feel a bit sad.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
this guy.
What?
Fuck this
I
song.
feel sad as well, man. This is the fact that this song has leaked into my life. It's
Yeah,
made me feel really sad.
this was your choice too, wasn't it?
I'm glad we saved it for you, though.
I just,
Southern.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like for it to be a 10, you need to be getting real angry the whole way through.
It was
And
even
I-
like it was quite synced too. Like we're done in 40 minutes, you know. Usually we're cracking the hour.
Yeah, it's fucking late, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. I want to go to
Yeah.
bed. Fuck's sake,
Smash
Ryan.
it
Let's just
out.
wrap this
Smash
shit.
it out.
Oh.
Let me reiterate that we record this podcast whenever you're listening to it, which may
Yeah.
be any time.
You can
of
hang
day.
around for another 20 minutes if you want, Bevo.
I will.
Maybe we could give, we could say some shit about some people. Well,
Who?
I don't know. This fucking
That
what have
fucking
we got?
Marjay bloke.
We got
honestly.
Marjay was great. Yeah, thanks for Marjay for coming on the program. That was last week or
Gavin.
last episode.
Hey, wait. Where's is Marjay on this one, though? Where is he?
I'm
You
right
know what?
here.
I don't reckon there's a single fucking. I don't reckon
Oh, there
there's
he
a
is.
single
He's
fucking
just sitting
human
at my
being
house.
on the
Hey, mate.
planet
Yeah.
that is just like, oh, the boys have wrapped up early. I really hope they string this out longer than it fucking should be. Like,
Yeah,
No, you know
I
what?
want my government
So-
mandated hour-long podcast.
I think we should read out the next one that we've got coming up soon from Ray, from our buddy Ray, who always requests songs.
But then we have
Yeah.
no
Tennyson.
content for the one that it is for that song because we want to read that out.
Oh,
for
yeah,
that.
fair enough. Well, anyway.
Oh, yeah,
look,
and it's
fair enough.
also not on the list for another fucking 10 weeks.
Oh, well, there you go, Ray. He's requested a song. He's
It's
told
on
us-
the list. You can fucking wait.
I think my
Yeah,
baby's
you-
crying, so I'm
if
going
you
to
wanna-
actually wrap this up real quick.
Yeah, all right.
Oh,
Thanks,
now
Bevo.
he wants-
wrap it
Thanks,
like
guys.
Ray
Now he wants
or-
to-
Bye,
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 dead.
bye,
Oh
bye,
my
bye,
God.
bye, 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 bye,